Now on Good Morning Northwest, Spokane woman facing federal charges for threatening an FBI agent. Hear how she allegedly got access to the agent's personal information coming up.
And we've got some wet, slippery roads this morning, what you could expect for the commute, and when you'll need some rain gear today.
And local healthcare workers show solidarity for one of their own killed in Minneapolis. Hear their call for action. You're watching Good Morning Northwest on 4 News Now. Good morning, Northwest. I'm Rob King. It's Thursday, January 29th. Robin and Natalie have the morning off. Meteorologist Matt Gray joining us this morning with your first alert forecast.
Well, Rob, it is foggy, it's wet, it is damp. That's my word of the day for today. As you step out the door this morning, temperatures anywhere from about 35 to as cold as about 32 on some of the higher benches around town here. And so there are already the possibility that there may be a few slick roads out there with some of this wet weather that is kind of refrozen up here this morning. And that is not all. The possibility of some freezing rain across the central part of Washington state from Chelan to Wenatchee, afraid of Moses Lake down into the Othello area, and then across to Ellensburg and Cle Elum, all under winter weather advisories through noon because of pockets of freezing rain that, of course, will make things incredibly icy when we do see those take shape. So here's a view of our radar right now. It is light snowfall across Okanogan and Ferry counties this morning, but you head further south and here are those pockets of freezing rain in these purple colors we've talked about. Coulee City and the Soap Lake area as well as around Ephrata. Quincy also a chance for that as well. Temperatures at Moses Lake are sitting right around freezing, so another place where things could get quite slick very quickly. You look south of Odessa here towards I-90 and around Lind and then into the Ritzville area pretty shortly. We'll also be looking at some rain or pockets of freezing rain. It's a messy mix basically right now this morning. As we warm up through the morning hours, we will transition pretty much to all rain with the exception of some of our few northern valleys, which will continue on with that winter mix pattern. We'll be pretty warm this afternoon. This is the first of several rounds of rain we're tracking in your full forecast coming up.
All right, Matt, thanks. Well, hundreds of people gathered in Spokane last night for the March for Justice, March for Alex. It was an event hosted by local healthcare workers. Now, they were hit especially hard by the death of Alex Preddy, who was an ICU nurse at the VA Medical Center in Minneapolis. Organizers say Preddy died doing what they do every day, taking care of people. The march stretched from Riverfront Park to the Spokane County Courthouse. And there, a rally took place where speakers demanded justice and accountability.
These people are getting murdered. These are our neighbors. Those are kids that are getting taken. And I can't, in good conscience, go home and lay my head down at night and go to sleep knowing I didn't do anything to try to say this is not okay and this is not the country that we should be.
Organizers used this event as a call to action, urging those in attendance to continue speaking out about this and to call local representatives asking for answers.
We are following some breaking news. Just an hour ago, Border Czar Tom Homan held a press conference in Minneapolis. Attorney General Pam Bondi was also there with him, addressing recent ICE activity and saying ICE will work with county jails to arrest undocumented immigrants. This comes as we get new video into our newsroom. It shows Alex Preddy 11 days before he was shot and killed by ICE agents. In the footage, Preddy kicks a federal vehicle and moments later, agents tackle him to the ground. Sources say the two agents involved in the shooting are now on paid leave. Meanwhile, Minnesota Governor Tim Walz is weighing in with a message for President Trump.
What the White House wants is for these scenes on the streets to stop because it's tanking their approval ratings.
In D.C., we're learning Trump and Senator Chuck Schumer are close to reaching a deal that could change how ICE agents operate. If a deal is not reached, Democrats say a government shutdown is possible. And back here at home, protests are continuing. Another ICE protest is planned for Sunday at 11 a.m. It will start at Riverfront Park and end at City Hall. We'll continue to follow this story and bring you updates as they come in. Reporting in studio, Hannah Joy, 4 News Now.
All right, Hannah, thanks. A Spokane woman accused of threatening a federal agent after protesters in Minnesota leaked phone numbers of FBI agents online. On January 14th, protests in Minnesota flared up when an ICE agent shot a man in the leg during what DHS called a targeted traffic stop. Now, they say protesters broke into 2 government vehicles at the scene, stealing FBI equipment and documents. And those documents listed phone numbers, emails, and driver's licenses of agents. One FBI agent received 3 separate voicemails from someone threatening to kill him, his wife, and his daughter. Using a law enforcement database, they alleged the phone number was registered to 18-year-old Brenna Marie Doyle in Spokane. She appeared in federal court yesterday, placed on supervised release. She'll have to attend federal court in Minnesota for her charges next month. A bill that would prevent law enforcement officers, including ICE agents, from wearing masks is in Washington, one step closer to becoming law. Senate Bill 5855 passed in a 30-19 vote. No Republicans voted in favor of it. Supporters of the bill say it's meant to protect immigrants from the Trump administration's increased immigration enforcement. But critics say it would be unconstitutional. California was the first state in the nation to pass a similar law, but it's currently being challenged in court by the Trump administration. Well, confusion between the gas pedal and the brake pedal sent a car into the wall of an apartment complex in North Spokane. You can see in the video the car in the wall of the apartment unit. The Spokane Fire Department says a family of 8 who lives in that unit has been displaced. No charges have been filed, and rebuilding the wall will begin today. Well, good morning, Northwest. Time right now is 6:05, and Matt Gray is here to tell you how long you should have your umbrella handy for.
Keep it handy.
Yes.
Keep it around for not just today, tomorrow as well, even into the start of Saturday as our pattern changes. We've been so quiet for so long. That ended yesterday. We've got a couple more days before things start to quiet down again as we track more rain across the inland Northwest. Coming up.
A meetup through Facebook Marketplace leads to a woman's death. What court documents say drove the suspect to murder. Next. And 2 young moose spotted in Airway Heights. We'll have a warning from Fish and Wildlife. That's coming up on Good Morning Northwest.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
See what we can do for you with a free personalized arch support fitting at the Good Feet store.
The redesigned Tiguan is here, and it's turning heads. Luxury meets functionality with new styling that includes elevated interior design and smarter tech. Take a test drive at Post Falls Volkswagen, home of 0000.
Rembow front Armstrong's open. He gets in. Backhand and score!
Saturday, January 31st at Numerica Veterans Arena, it's Military Appreciation Night presented by Pizza Factory. Your Chiefs play the Brandon Wheat Kings. They'll wear special jerseys to benefit the Washington State Fallen Heroes Project. The first 5,000 fans receive a jersey rally towel courtesy of Pizza Factory. And it's a family feast night. Military Appreciation, Saturday, January 31st, presented by Pizza Factory. Gates open at 5, puck drops at 6:05. Tickets at SpokaneChiefs.com.
It's Truck Month at Findlay Downtown Toyota, and that means our lot is stacked and packed full with over 100 of the best Toyota Tundras, Tacoma trucks, and SUVs. Plus, we have repriced all vehicles on our website. Just visit FindlayToyotaSpokane.com to get your best price from our great selection. And right now, you can delay all payments for 90 days. So if you're even thinking of a new truck for winter, come on down to Findlay.
Thinking of updating my kitchen? Yeah? Yes.
This year, we are finally updating our kitchen.
Doing subway tile and an ivory or eggshell.
Cream, maybe bone.
Don't get me started on quartz. Big island. You ever heard of a waterfall county?
For everyone who talks about doing that thing,
and over there,
but never does that thing,
sweet little breakfast nook.
Chase has financial guidance.
See how you can start saving to make this happen.
Really?
Really?
Really.
At home or in person.
You could also check out a Chase Money Skills workshop.
That's guidance from Chase. Make more of what's yours.
Magical moments. Snowy adventures. Warming up. Making memories. A winter wonderland. The perfect close-by getaway this winter is Coeur d'Alene, Idaho. Find countless ways to play and plan your escape at cdawinter.com.
Looking for space, style, and serious performance? You'll find it all in the Volkswagen Atlas. 3 rows equals room for everyone. And turbocharged power means this SUV is built for fun. Take a test drive at Post Falls Volkswagen.
Welcome back. Here's a look at what's new on Good Morning Northwest. Well, yesterday, a Facebook Marketplace transaction gone wrong led to the murder of a 30-year-old pregnant mother in Illinois. Police say Eliza Morales was stabbed 70 times, and they say the 19-year-old suspect, Nadis Revucas, bought a truck from Morales' husband on Facebook Marketplace. And when he arrived to pick up the bill of sale, Eliza answered the door. Now, court documents say Revucas was angry about the condition of the truck and decided to take out his frustration on Eliza. Revucas has now confessed, and he's due in court today. A near miss involving a passenger plane at San Antonio's airport triggered an investigation. A Southwest plane forced to abort takeoff when a small prop plane took a wrong turn and entered the runway without clearance. The incident coming the same day the head of the NTSB warned about crowded airspace in parts of the country in the wake of the deadly midair crash over Washington last year. Russia carried out an overnight drone attack on the Ukrainian Black Sea port city of Odessa, damaging an industrial facility. Ukraine's State Emergency Service says the attack caused a fire, burning a warehouse and production buildings. Ukraine's Air Force said that Russia attacked overnight with 1 ballistic missile and 146 strike drones, 103 of which shot down or destroyed using electronic warfare. And this morning, relentless winter weather continues to wreak havoc across the country. Parts of 2 interstate highways in Mississippi forced to shut down as crews try to clear ice-installed semi-trucks from the roads. Some drivers been stuck in the pileup for hours, even days, and utility companies rushing to restore power to nearly 300,000 customers in the South. And temperatures in the teens expected to hit Florida this weekend, the coldest weather there since 2010.
And here back at home, we're getting warmer. Rain, a little bit of freezing drizzle out there, some snow up in some of our northern valleys for the morning hours. For this afternoon, we'll continue to see periods of rain, especially during the early afternoon. As we get closer to the evening drive, we'll dry out in many areas. We've got more rain coming through the overnight and more fog as well with these damp conditions.
Well, 2 moose calves spotted in Airway Heights yesterday, and the Washington Department of Fish and Wildlife advised the public not to approach, harass, or otherwise bother the animals, and said it's unknown whether the calves' mother was nearby. If the calves don't clear out of the area within 24 hours, Fish and Wildlife will relocate them. Good morning, Northwest. Time is 6:11. Well, all month long, we've been showing you local kids whose wishes are coming true. Coming up after the break, meet the child who's making a wish happen. And plus, it nailed the pick last week, and Sam the Urchin put in its pick for the Super Bowl 60 champion. And as we head to break, we're taking a live look right now over Riverfront Park this morning. Thanks for waking up with us here on your Thursday. Good morning, Northwest. We'll be right back.
KXLY Plus is now streaming free over the air on KXLY 4.5. The latest headlines, breaking news, and new original local programs you won't find anywhere else. KXLY Plus, powered by 4 News Now and free over the air. All day, every day on KXLY 4.5.
Style or substance. Somehow, it became one or the other. But there is another choice. Not stopping until you have everything in the GMC Sierra. Work at 0% APR on Sierra 1500 models.
ShopDaveSmith.com. If you're looking to remodel your home with some new stylish flooring or maybe some modern wallscape ideas, then you need to visit one of Windsor Plywood's 2 locations for the best selection of doors, floors, moldings, and more. Windsor Plywood.
Thanks for helping out today, Davis. Hey, how did you convince Gonzaga this was important enough to send you out?
Oh, easy. I just told him the truth.
Okay, which is what?
That there was a customer without heat.
Oh, okay.
And you had no chance of fixing it without my help.
You just hold the flashlight.
Well, yeah. I doubt you could fix this in the dark.
Really?
Call 208-777-5528 now to schedule your $26 tune-up.
After a car wreck, the longer you wait, the harder it can be to get what you deserve. Don't let big insurance get ahead of you.
Our team acts quickly to handle everything for you.
After my recent accident, I knew I needed help. So I called Craig Swap and Associates. They really fought for me and treated me fairly every step of the way.
Don't wait. Call Craig Swap and Associates today and let us handle it for you. One call, that's all.
509-999-99 $99.
Welcome to Mistaqua Casino Hotel. Discover endless possibilities with our exclusive partnership with 49 Degrees North. Cozy fireplaces, state-of-the-art ski lockers, and views that take your breath away. Book your hotel stay with us and enjoy a delicious dinner, drinks by the fire, and the soothing warmth of the hot tub.
Ski, stay, and play at Mistaqua Casino Hotel. Located north of Spokane on Highway 395 near Chewelah.
I'm Dr. Roxanne Haslam. I'm one of the urologists at North Idaho Urology.
Dr. Matt McLaughlin.
North Idaho Urology, I'm Dr. Ellison.
I'm Dr. David Flores. I work at North Idaho Urology as one of the urologists there in the practice.
The North Idaho Urology difference is that we care.
North Idaho Urology, we really strive to just provide an excellent experience for the patients.
What's important to me in taking care of patients is trust in their surgeon.
Give us a call, go to our website. We'd love to see you soon.
4 News Now is brought to you by Post Falls Volkswagen. Sign up for the 4 News Now Daily Local at KXLY.com.
Brought to life thrilling rides and sweet treats. Most kids love theme parks. And if they're into video games, there's one park in particular that has it all. Universal's Epic Universe. And it's a place one Spokane boy with the love of Mario only dreamed he'd get to see until Make-A-Wish stepped in to say, let's-a go.
The hallways of the Kaluzny home are filled with laughter, and 5-year-old Charlie has a knack for making people smile.
But it doesn't sell any tacos.
Well. Unlike most kids in kindergarten, Charlie has faced challenges most adults never have.
Charlie was running around, and we noticed that his leg was really big and swollen, and we asked him, did you hurt yourself? Did you, anything happen? And he said no, and didn't hurt, and so we went to the Children's Hospital at Sacred Heart.
Tests, imaging, and a biopsy revealed a large mass in Charlie's leg.
They said, we don't know exactly what it is, but we know that this is a cancerous tumor.
Days later, they found another mass in his abdomen. Charlie was immediately admitted to the hospital and diagnosed with lymphoma. Treatment started 1 week later. The next 14 weeks meant chemo and immunotherapy.
He tolerated everything super well.
One day during treatment, Charlie's oncologist told him to make a wish.
He was the one that said, yeah, you'll get a wish. And he just said it in passing, and I didn't really think anything of it after that. I was in the hospital with Charlie for the day. And
Make-A-Wish and the oncology team and social workers handled everything else.
We just had to show up and dream, I guess.
Charlie's wish started small.
So he did the hamster, and then he did Silverwood, and then he wanted to do Fiji so that he could drink out of a coconut and get a massage.
After careful consideration, Charlie landed on a place you won't find on a traditional map.
Mario World.
You feel just like you're immersed in Mario, and his eyes just like lit up. Just the magic of, I'm going through the green tube right now.
It was like when every time we went to the ride, they literally just took us to the front.
Like no questions asked. They just would scan the pass, and we walked past a 5-hour line for a Harry Potter ride to every ride. So we just completely, Fast Pass at Disneyland has nothing on this Gold Access Pass.
Mario World was just the start of their trip to Universal Epic Universe in Orlando.
The Wish granters did a really great job of not just making Charlie feel special, but making Thomas feel special as a part of that too.
Yeah,
so
I was in the sidecar because I'd probably just fly off.
A trip to another universe, far away from the hospital.
And it was just a reminder of just this opportunity to just hang out and have fun and be spoiled and not have to worry about anything after everything that we went through.
In the future, the family plans to give back as Wish granters, and Charlie's considering a return trip to Mario World.
Well, we'd have to wait in the lines.
That would be the hard part after getting to skip all those times. Well, if you want to make a donation of air miles or cash to help make wishes come true for kids just like Charlie, you can call today. The number on your screen, 1-800-304-WISH. You can start doing that at 7 a.m. Or if you'd like to donate online, you can do that right now, KXLY.com/wish.
And flying the whole family to Florida is not easy these days.
No,
so, man,
no, especially
it would make a big difference.
Right now where it's extremely cold, forecasted in the teens for Florida.
Yeah, my parents are going to be quite cold the next couple of days.
You're used to it at this point. You just tell them this is nothing,
I am used to it at this point. You know, it is a wet cold on the East Coast. A little bit more humidity. It does seep into your bones a little bit more.
Yeah,
so I will give that I'll give that some credit there. Had some pretty cold walks to college, believe it or not, that would rival some days here just because of that humidity. All right, so let's talk about what's going on for the next couple of days, which is not snow, not really feeling all that cold either. It's rain. Rain coming in for Thursday and Friday. There will be a chance for a little bit of freezing drizzle as the first rounds of wet weather come in this morning, and we'll still see a little bit of winter mix and some snow up near the U.S.-Canada border. But really, it is all about the quite mild conditions as we continue to see the snow levels rise. They'll be up above 4,000 feet later on today, and then up towards 6,000 or almost 7,000 feet in some areas for Friday and Saturday. So especially on Friday, even many of our mountain passes will be seeing a little bit of rain instead of snow. Things start to get a little bit better as we head into Saturday and into Sunday as we start to dry off a little bit. So let's fast forward and show you what you can expect for later on today with our simulated radar. So this is coming up on 7:30, and we've got some of that first rounds of wet weather. Once again, mostly rain with a few of those pockets of freezing rain moving into the Spokane area. And with our temperatures right now hovering around freezing, there are going to be some slick spots after rain last night out on the roads. So do plan a little bit of extra time for the commute once again. You look further north, you got that snow up around the U.S.-Canada border and some of those higher elevations around some of our northern counties. By the time we get towards 3, 4 o'clock, we're starting to see that weather move out. And we get a little bit of a break. It's not going to last too long, though. More wet weather shows up around 11 o'clock midnight, then lasts through a good portion of the night, and then another round of wet weather showing up on Friday afternoon, this time coming with a little cold front. Now, another system's coming in right behind that, and so we will, late Friday night and early on Saturday morning, have what I think will be our last notable round of rain, because after that, we will start to dry out at least just a little bit around the region. So for this morning, as I mentioned, chance for some slick roads in the region, lots of wet roads as well, some fog, especially around the West Plains and around the South Hill as well this morning. So all reasons to, once again, plan a little bit of that extra time. Right now, and then as we look towards next week, lots of warm weather. And here we go. We're starting February just like January was, just like December was, just like November was.
It's a little more fall spring right now than like a Spokane winter.
Yeah, exactly. And boy, it's just been so mild, and that there's no real end in sight, no break, no, hey, it feels like winter for once.
Yeah.
We're just, we're just trucking on with this warmth.
Yeah, I'll take it. I like it.
Yeah, that's
Thanks,
right,
Matt.
California boy.
All right, your Good Morning Northwest time, 6:22. Offensive tackle Abe Lucas just one win away from becoming the first Washington State Cougar to hoist the Lombardi Trophy in a Seahawks uniform. Well, after the break, hear from the Everett native on his mindset ahead of taking the field in Super Bowl 60. That's coming up next in Morning Sports.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
Multiple boat dealerships all in one place. Shop and compare all in one place. One place that's heated and family friendly. Come see us at the Spokane Boat Show.
Touchdown on savings at George Key Kia Spokane. We're clearing out all new 2025 Kias at huge discounts to make room for the new 2026 Kias on the way. Shop over 350 new Kias and score big. Locally owned, family operated, always exceeding your expectations with unbeatable deals and exceptional customer service. Don't miss this chance to save. Visit George Key Kia Spokane off I-90 and Liberty Lake, or shop anytime at SpokaneKia.com.
I'm Chad Young from the EasyHomebuyer.com, Spokane and Coeur d'Alene's easiest way to sell your house fast. If you have a few moments, I hope you'll give me the opportunity to make you an instant cash offer on your home. With the EasyHomebuyer.com, we will buy your house in as-is condition with no repairs, no closing costs, and no commissions. To get your no-obligation cash offer, give us a call or visit us online at theeasyhomebuyer.com.
Pick up the phone to inquire. Call the Easy Home Buyer. It's more than a ring. It's more than a necklace. It's your life. And it's how you mark your moment. Whether it's a gift for yourself or an engagement ring, the moment needs to be unforgettable. Celebrate the moment. Tracy Jewelers.
So you want somewhere to play? We got you. A nice relaxing stay? We got you. Wanna be entertained? We got you. Wanna play golf all day? We got you. Go to Lake Casino. The winning is just the beginning. So you're looking for something to do? We got you. Want some tasty food? We got you. Heard you wanna do some shopping? We got you. The live music is always popping at the Go to Lake Casino. At the Go to Lake Casino. Go to Lake Casino. The winning is just the beginning.
It's bigger and better. The original annual Spokane Boat Show is 4 days with major dealers from the region. Family friendly and free parking at the Spokane Fair and Expo Center.
Welcome to Morning Sports. I'm Jack Wallace. There's only one Washington State Cougar alum playing for the Seattle Seahawks this season. This guy, offensive tackle Abe Lucas. Drafted by the Seattle Seahawks in 2022, Lucas rose to the starter role at right tackle, helping anchor an offensive line charged with protecting one of the most efficient offenses in the NFL. Lucas's rookie season featured Seattle's last playoff run, a quick out with a loss at the 49ers. Now with one more win in that same building until Lombardi Trophy is theirs, Lucas spoke about how different the energy feels this time.
Well, we celebrated it and enjoyed it is that, we have we've got a whole nother week to prepare for, and there's going to be a lot of distractions and such this week, and, great distractions, and once in a lifetime opportunities. But, we're focused on the task at hand, which is winning.
Lucas and his Hawks ready for Super Bowl 60 kickoff coming in Santa Clara February 8th at 3:30 p.m. The Washington State Cougars shot the ball as well as they defended it last night, put together a complete team win to beat the Seattle U Redhawks 70-58. The Cougs shot well over 50% from the field while holding Seattle U to under 35%, plus just 3 for 21 from deep. WSU countered their 19 turnovers with this lockdown defense and allowed just barely over a basket for every other turnover. The win rises WSU to the middle of the WCC pack, and they have one more home game in January, the Portland Pilots, January 31st at 3 p.m. Thanks for watching Morning Sports. Make sure to tune in to 4 News Now tonight at 6 and Nightside.
All right, Jack, thanks. Well, you may remember Sam the Urchin, who lives at the Seaside Aquarium in Oregon. And we told you about Sam last week when it correctly predicted who would win the conference championship games. Sam's back now to decide who's going to win the Super Bowl, and it looks like it's going with the Seahawks to win the Lombardi Trophy for just the second time in franchise history. And I think at this point, if Sam gets it right, let's just go ahead and release him back into the ocean. He's earned his freedom at this point. Good morning, Northwest. Time is 6:27, a community event helping people experiencing homelessness get their lives back on track. Still to come, see the turnout at this year's Spokane Homeless Connect in downtown. Plus, you're familiar with some of the local landmarks around Spokane. Coming up next, see the popular attractions as you've never seen them before. That's next on Good Morning Northwest.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
4 News Now is brought to you by R&R RV.
Jen loved her Gain flings. Then Brad showed up with Gain rinse and beads. When they mixed their scents, they discovered they were scent mates. Smells like it's gonna last. Mix, match, more happy with Gain.
That's textbook form if I've ever seen it, Bob.
Sure is. Look here, his max bet technique is flawless. He's got a real shot at the podium today.
Amazing what years of absolutely no physical training can do.
Introducing Northern Quest $60,000 podium payout. Play daily with your Camus Rewards card to enter. Plus, earn 4 times entries every Tuesday, and you could take home $25 grand. Northern Quest's podium payout. Athleticism optional.
The President's Day sale is here early at Walker's. We're doubling and tripling down on discounts. Plus, with special 5-year financing until 2031, create the home of your dreams and pay over time. Make the most of your tax return at Walker's.
Style or substance. Somehow, it became one or the other.
But there is another choice. Not stopping until you have everything in the GMC Sierra. Work at 0% APR on Sierra 1500 models.
See your local GMC dealer.
From 4 News Now, this is Good Morning Northwest.
Welcome back. It's time for the 4 News Now story tracker, following the stories people are reading about this morning. Senator Amy Klobuchar launched a Democratic bid to be the governor of Minnesota today. She's pledging to unify her state and move beyond a deadly battle with the federal government over immigration. These times call for leaders who can stand up, not be rubber stamps of this administration, Klobuchar said in an announcement video, but who are also willing to find common ground, fix things in our state. A Virginia man, Brendan Banfield, on trial for murder, took the stand, denied plotting with his children's au pair to kill his wife, Christine. He's also charged with murdering Joseph Ryan. The man, prosecutors say, was lured to the family home in Fairfax County, Virginia, as part of an elaborate plan. The prosecution's star witness, the au pair with whom Banfield has admitted he had an affair, testified Banfield wanted to, quote, get rid of his wife, and that she saw Banfield stab him. Banfield's due back on the stand today. Well, a new poll shows the cost of health care, the top economic worry for many Americans. It's a concern for 2/3 of participants in the survey from health research organization KFF. That number higher than those for utilities, food and groceries, housing and gas. The poll shows most adults face higher medical costs and think Congress shouldn't have let expanded Obamacare subsidies expire. A separate new report shows about 1 million fewer people are using the Affordable Care Act coverage now compared to last year. Well, good morning, Northwest. I'm Rob King. It's Thursday, January 29th. Robin and Natalie have the morning off. Who doesn't have the morning off is meteorologist Matt Gray, who's here with your First Alert forecast.
I'm always here, Rob.
We appreciate it.
Except when I'm not. All right, so this morning we've got wet weather moving back into the inland Northwest. It's foggy out there in many places. The word of the day is damp, because it is going to be a damp day overall. We have pockets of freezing rain we're keeping an eye on here around parts of Grant County, now beginning to move into parts of Lincoln County as well this morning. So let's take a look at that. Also a chance for pockets of freezing rain as well around parts of the Blue Mountains and the foothills there. So places like Cooley City, afraid of Moses Lake, temperatures are right around freezing, but we got some warmer air moving in over top of that. And so that is the setup there for freezing rain. So folks around Wilbur, Odessa, you may see pockets of freezing rain and rapidly slickening roads. Same goes for the Lind area, and then we're watching places like Davenport and Ritzville for later this morning. Now, right at the foot of the Cascades here, where some of that colder air is going to take a little bit longer to kind of get dug out this morning, we have a winter weather advisory because of the possibility there of that freezing rain. Where things are a little bit more open further to the east, we are going to warm up quickly enough to where not as concerned about how things are going to go in that department. Meanwhile, up north, from Omak to Republic, over to Colville, and then over to the Idaho Panhandle, we will have a chance for a little bit of snow this morning, especially up at the higher elevations, or a winter mix for some of those places like in Chelan, Colville, or Kettle Falls that have a little bit of a lower elevation. But mostly, though, for today, it is going to be rain. We're just talking about the few hours this morning with wintry mixed areas, with the exception of the right along the international border. A warming trend continues today, and we'll have less dampness coming for the weekend. We'll take a closer look at the rounds of rain we're expecting the next couple of days coming up.
We are following some breaking news. The Trump administration is pushing Iran to make a nuclear deal while warning that military action is on the table if they don't. In a Truth Social post, President Trump said the next strike would be far worse than last summer. That's when the U.S. hit 3 of Iran's nuclear sites. He also repeated a message from last week saying that time is running out. Iran says if the U.S. launches another attack, it will respond immediately. Reporting in studio, Hannah Joy, 4 News Now.
All right, Hannah, thanks. A woman is recovering in the hospital this morning after being shot in North Spokane. Spokane Police Department says happened yesterday afternoon near the intersection of East Decatur and North Perry, just south of Francis. Around 3 o'clock, a 911 call said a woman had been shot and was in the front yard of a house. She was taken to the hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. SPD says there is no current threat to the public, but no arrests have been made so far. Now, if you have information on the shooting, shooting, you're asked to call Crime Check. The number on your screen, 509-456-2233. Well, hundreds of people streamed into the Spokane Convention Center yesterday looking for help to get back on track. Spokane Homeless Connect offered more than 125 free services all in one place. Several hundred people visited the convention center to get haircuts, clothing, and medical care.
We come together every year in January to try to bring as many services as possible together under one roof for one day to try to help people get what they need without having to go from place to place to place all over the city.
Event organizers say roughly 1,900 guests walked in last year, and they're hoping for an even better turnout this year. Organizers will be meeting again in the spring to start planning for next year's Homeless Connect.
It's really kind of a love letter to Spokane.
Northwest Museum of Arts and Culture showcasing Spokane's historic landmarks in a new way. 6 local artists spent 5 months recreating the city's most recognizable buildings using Lego bricks. The Campbell House, Clock Tower, and Davenport Hotel now stand as detailed miniature replicas, and each model required thousands of pieces, hundreds of hours to complete.
This was a 5-month process. These are all genuine Lego pieces. It takes a lot of research, a lot of going to the actual buildings, taking pictures, looking at Google Earth.
Faux Lego Landmark exhibit runs through mid-June at the MAC. It's pretty cool to see all those little details, and with the price of Lego, one of those replicas probably worth $1 billion. Good morning, Northwest. 6:35 is your time, and Matt Gray is here to let you know what you can expect on your commute.
All right, and we've got, wet conditions out there, a few slick spots likely with temperatures, especially in the higher benches around town, kind of hovering right around freezing. And there is fog out on the West Plains in Spokane County this morning. So all reasons to, once again, slow it down a little bit, especially if you run into some of that fog this morning. We'll take a look at your afternoon, which looks a little rainy coming up.
Well, for parents, check your pantry as a popular baby food maker has issued a recall for one of their products. We'll have details coming up. Plus, a local school district seeking a new bond and levy. How much it'll cost you if approved? That's next on Good Morning Northwest.
Plan your day with Matt Gray, only on Good Morning Northwest.
The 2026 Boat Show. 2026 boats in stock. Always the best for less. Like this Tri-Tune 150 horse with trailer. Coeur d'Alene Marine Sports. You owe it to yourself to see us before you buy. Coeur d'Alene Marine Sports, your pontoon superstore.
Welcome to Mistaqua Casino Hotel. Discover endless possibilities with our exclusive partnership with 49 Degrees North. Cozy fireplaces, state-of-the-art ski lockers, and views that take your breath away. Book your hotel stay with us and enjoy a delicious dinner, drinks by the fire, and the soothing warmth of the hot tub.
Ski, stay, and play at Mistaqua Casino Hotel. Located north of Spokane on Highway 395 near Chewelah.
Figuring out how to best care for a senior in your family can be overwhelming. That's why several Spokane senior living communities have joined forces to bring you helpful, timely videos at kxly.com/seniorliving. Get expert advice, find trusted resources, and prepare your family for the future. Become informed because we know the needs of your loved ones will continue to change. Visit kxly.com/seniorliving today for helpful information and for people you can contact with your questions.
Life happens. Lucky for you, ICCU has a new kind of checking account that comes with benefits, including 24/7 telehealth.
Wait, through my ICCU checking account?
On it.
Along with a whole lot of other benefits you might need. Because being human is a full-time job.
Ron was an active guy.
I'm an outdoorsman.
Until plantar fasciitis pain hit.
My wife said, I'm going to take you to the Good Feet store.
Now?
I can do my happy dance. That's what Good Feet dance.
Come in for your free fitting.
The 2026 Boat Show. 2026 boats in stock. Always the best for less. Like this Tri-Tune 150 horse with trailer. Coeur d'Alene Marine Sports. You owe it to yourself to see us before you buy. Coeur d'Alene Marine Sports, your pontoon superstore.
You expect more from local news. 4 News Now delivers. We're doing the work, listening to you, asking questions, and getting the answers you need to help keep your family safe. It's what we mean when we say, expect more on 4 News Now.
Welcome back. Newport High School students are dealing with more than just homework these days. Flooding from a failed heating coil has highlighted ongoing problems with the 45-year-old building. Now the school district wants voters to approve a bond and levy to fix these issues. Inside Newport High School, you'll find classrooms full of fans drying out flood damage. District officials say a $46 million bond and an $8.8 million levy on February's ballot will fund critical repairs to address these issues, as well as complete an HVAC overhaul. The combined measures would cost the owner of a $300,000 home about $960 per year.
That could really open some doors, both academically and also in creating an environment for students and our teachers.
Critics question whether families on fixed incomes could afford the tax increase and suggests the district pursue grant funding instead. Voters have until February 10th to submit their ballots.
Time now to plan out your day, and we have mostly rain this morning that's going to be moving through the area, plus a little bit of freezing drizzle. Some light snow also mixed in there as you head north towards the international border. For this afternoon, we're going to warm up into the 40s or at least upper 30s in many areas, and that means it's going to be all rain, especially for the early afternoon. We'll get a little bit of a break around the evening commute and then look for more showers as we head into the night.
We have a recall alert for you this morning for a baby biscuit. And baby food manufacturer Gerber has issued a voluntary recall of some of its arrowroot biscuits for possibly containing pieces of soft plastic and paper. The recall is nationwide, but so far no injuries or illnesses have been reported. Gerber says the recall is out of an abundance of caution. The company also says it's no longer working with the flour supplier that first initiated the recall. Good morning, Northwest. Time is 6:41. People on the West Plains worried about PFAS for the past 10 years. So what's causing the setback, and when will a plan be in place to finally clean up PFAS in our area? Natalie Grant has that story after the break.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
A rebound from Armstrong's open. He gets in. Backhand and score!
Saturday, January 31st at Numerica Veterans Arena, it's Military Appreciation Night presented by Pizza Factory. Your Chiefs play the Brandon Wheat Kings. They'll wear special jerseys to benefit the Washington State Fallen Heroes Project. The first 5,000 fans receive a jersey rally towel courtesy of Pizza Factory. And it's a family feast night. Military Appreciation, Saturday, January 31st, presented by Pizza Factory. Gates open at 5, puck drops at 6:05. Tickets at SpokaneChiefs.com.
Style or substance? Somehow, it became one or the other. But there is another choice. Not stopping until you have everything in the GMC Sierra. Work at 0% APR on Sierra 1500 models.
ShopDaveSmith.com.
Some mornings, I get a little extra help. Memories are made in the kitchen. Find the right appliance to make more of them at Fred's.
At Fred's Appliance, all Bosch appliances are on sale. Save up to $300 on select Bosch dishwashers. Swing by Fred's Appliance today. We sell appliances, only appliances.
4 News Now and STCU recognize volunteers who make a difference in our community. Today we honor Kimmy Meineke. She volunteers with Lutheran Community Services Sexual Assault Program.
For 5 years, Kimmy has been a lifeline to sexual assault survivors, answering crisis calls, offering in-person support, and providing hope and healing when it's needed the most.
Being with people in the midst of difficulty is something I feel called to do.
Thanks to STCU for helping make sure volunteers count.
Andy's Heating Cooling guarantees to keep your home safe and warm. Your home and office comfort is Andy's priority. Stay warm this winter with a new heat pump system from Carrier.
So the heating company I called said I needed a new heat pump that would cost over $12,000. A friend said I should call Andy's for a second opinion, and I'm so glad I did. They were honest. All I needed was a reversing valve.
Turn to the experts at Andy's Heating Cooling. Since 1972, thanks to you.
4 News Now is brought to you by Tracy Jewelers.
Welcome back. For almost 10 years, the West Plains has been plagued by PFAS. The forever chemical is in the groundwater near Fairchild and the Spokane Airport and is linked to serious health concerns. It's a chemical found in firefighting foam. The federal government was supposed to have a plan in place to how it was going to clean up PFAS by this summer. But earlier this year, that timeline quietly pushed back with no heads up to homeowners. Natalie Grant shares why.
Since 2017, people on the West Plains have been worried about their water.
Well, it's been so long, since 2017, of talking about it, investigating, discussing, but not a drop of PFAS has yet been scooped up out of the ground or at the water on the base.
It's been a long decade for the 4,000 homes drinking through filters on sinks and filtration tanks on properties, worried about its impact on their health. So far, the Defense Department has set aside about $157,000 to investigate the PFAS contamination in this area. And a plan was due this July with real steps on how it plans to fix it. But that deadline was quietly pushed back to June of 2032, a 6-year delay.
It's just frustrating to feel like what the neighbors have to say doesn't matter very much. And the pressure of the local electeds doesn't seem to matter very much either.
John Hancock is the president of the West Plains Water Coalition and lives in a home impacted by PFAS. He said he had no heads up to this delay.
Forever is how the chemistry has been described, because it doesn't break down. There's no half-life, there doesn't biodegrade, but the process shouldn't take forever. The process should be unfolding quickly.
PFAS contamination has been linked to serious health conditions like cancer and comes from chemicals found in firefighting foam used at military bases and airports across the country. This quiet delay had lawmakers like Washington Senator Patty Murray concerned, considering Republican lawmakers in D.C. have recently proposed cutting the funds for this type of cleanup. On November 13th, Washington Senator Patty Murray wrote this letter to the Department of Defense, asking for clarification on the timeline, why it was pushed back, and if there was funding still coming for sites like this one near Fairchild. The DoD responded to the letter, saying the previous timetable did not reflect a final decision, only a proposed one. This new date accounts for things like public comment to be taken into consideration before a final solution. Right now, Fairchild is in the remedial investigation phase of the cleanup, which, according to this chart by the DoD, could take between 3 to 5 years, with 4 more steps to complete until cleanup is presumably done. For people like John, he hopes this delay isn't a sign of more things to come.
So it's really a slow-moving investigation, a slow-moving response of an issue that has contaminated the lives of up to 4,000 families.
Reporting at Airway Heights, Natalie Grant, 4 News Now.
We're taking a live look outside right now in downtown Spokane. A gorgeous morning. It was foggy on the way in. You can still see some of that fog kind of lingering in the background there. And Matt, as people begin their commutes, what should they expect on the roads?
Oh, still a little bit of fog out there as you head up out of the bottom of the valley here in the downtown area. So definitely some things to keep in mind. Plus, with temperatures hovering around freezing, there might be some slick spots out in the area roads, especially in your local neighborhood after all the wetness from last night and yesterday. Combination of some rain last night and all that melting snow from yesterday morning. So a lot of wet, shiny roads around Spokane and around Coeur d'Alene here this morning. A little bit warmer on the Kootenai County side. We're sitting at 33 degrees. Visibility is a lot better as well across the Coeur d'Alene area and the Ratchet Prairie. But as you work your way from downtown Spokane uphill to the airport, you're going to get into that bank of fog, and it is going to be a little bit difficult getting around places like Medical Lake Cheney and Airway Heights, where you're not going to be able to see too far ahead of you. So often this time of year we see fog in the West Plains, so today no different. Temperatures sitting right around freezing across the northern tier. We're a little bit warmer as you work your way south towards Pullman, Lewiston. Moses Lake still sitting at freezing. Some pockets of freezing rain, especially in the north side of the Columbia Basin here up to where you get to the mountains, is where we're going to be looking for potentially even slicker conditions here for the next couple of hours this morning. And certainly you can see that with these light showers across the region. Some snow up north where things are, once again, a little bit more interesting. Light snow showers around the Republic area. You got a winter mix, although mostly probably some sort of pockets of freezing rain or things like that as you work your way into some of this complex terrain around the Grand Coulee Dam. And then places like Wilbur also have to look for some slick roads, along with places like Coulee City, which we've been talking about through the entirety of this morning. Let's fast forward on your simulator radar, and as we head towards the back end of the morning commute, we've got rain around Spokane and around Coeur d'Alene. As temperatures warm, any pockets of freezing rain that we're worried about will be kind of wave goodbye to them as we go through the day. Same will go for valley areas that may start with snow this morning near the U.S.-Canada border. Places like Northport will gradually transition over to rain and winter mix as we head through the midday hours. You can see by 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, we're starting to kind of ease things off a little bit. Lingering showers around the North Idaho mountains this evening. And then here comes the next round of wet weather, which is going to be largely impacting us overnight as it moves in as we approach midnight across the inland Northwest and into Spokane and Coeur d'Alene. Now, by the time we're waking up on Friday, still plenty of wet weather kind of lingering around here, and more wet roads for your Friday morning commute, but also warmer temperatures as well. So less to worry about than we have this morning. Highs are going to be in the 40s generally across the region as we go through Thursday afternoon. We'll be even warmer on Friday and see a drying trend and even warmer temperatures coming in for the weekend and early next week. We'll be right back with the headlines you need to know this morning in the Morning Sprint.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
Saturday primetime, Mavericks, Rockets on ABC.
This is your community, and your stories deserve to be heard. At 4 News Now, we're here to listen, connect, and bring you the news that truly matters. Numerica believes in and supports that mission.
Thank you.
I got this.
Thanks. I'm Alex.
I'm Jade.
The selection and savings have never been better at Findlay Downtown Toyota. Including an entire city block full of used, recent trade-ins, lease returns, and special purchases. So if you want the best price on a vehicle you're looking for, just go to FindlayToyotaSpokane.com to check out our inventory and get a quote. Plus, great financing is available now. This week at Findlay.
Findlay Toyota's downtown.
Join the Circle of Life at the Lion King. Experience the world's #1 musical. Don't miss your chance to see The Lion King, one of the most awe-inspiring productions ever brought to life on stage.
Now on stage at Spokane's First Interstate Center through February 15th. Get your tickets today at BroadwaySpokane.com.
The President's Day sale is here early at Walker's. We're doubling and tripling down on discounts. Plus, with special 5-year financing until 2031, create the home of your dreams and pay over time. Make the most of your tax return at Walker's.
Touchdown on savings at George Key Kia Spokane. We're clearing out all new 2025 Kias at huge discounts to make room for the new 2026 Kias on the way. Shop over 350 new Kias and score big. Locally owned, family operated, always exceeding your expectations with unbeatable deals and exceptional customer service. Don't miss this chance to save. Visit George Key Kia Spokane off I-90 and Liberty Lake, or shop anytime at SpokaneKia.com.
If you're not regularly treating your septic tank, you're risking a backup and significant repairs. Use Rid-X once a month. Simply add and flush to reduce monthly waste buildup by up to 20% and help prevent backups. Try Rid-X.
See breaking news in your area or have a story idea? Contact 4 News Now.
Welcome back. It's 6:53. Time to get you ready to take on your Thursday morning in the Morning Sprint. Well, it's shaping up to be a damp day. Meteorologist Matt Gray has your forecast, and Hannah Joy in studio tracking new details out of Minneapolis as border czar Tom Homan and Attorney General Pam Bondi weigh in on ICE. We begin with hundreds of people gathered in Spokane last night for the March for Justice, March for Alex. It was an event hosted by local healthcare workers, and they were hit especially hard by the death of Alex Preddy, who was an ICU nurse at the VA Medical Center in Minneapolis. The march stretched from Riverfront Park to Spokane County Courthouse, and there a rally took place where speakers demanded justice and accountability.
We are following some breaking news out of Minneapolis. This morning, Board of Czar Tom Homan held a press conference with Attorney General Pam Bondi. Homan did not address the recent ICE shootings, but he said investigations are moving forward and warned that all threats against agents have to stop. Homan also made it clear that ICE will work with county jails to arrest undocumented immigrants, and deportation is never off the table. New video into our newsroom shows Alex Preddy 11 days before he was shot and killed by ICE agents. In the footage, Preddy kicks a federal vehicle, and moments later, agents tackle him to the ground. The two agents involved are now on paid leave. Meanwhile, Trump and Senator Chuck Schumer are close to a deal that could change how ICE agents operate. If a deal is not reached, Democrats say a government shutdown is possible. Back here at home, protests are continuing with another ICE protest planned for Sunday at 11 a.m. It will start at Riverfront Park to City Hall. For updates on protests nationwide, tune in to Good Morning America.
A Spokane woman accused of threatening a federal agent after protesters in Minnesota leaked phone numbers of FBI agents online. On January 14th, protests in Minnesota flared up when an ICE agent shot a man in the leg. They say protesters broke into two government vehicles at the scene, stealing FBI equipment and documents. Those documents listed phone numbers, emails, and driver's licenses of agents. One FBI agent received 3 separate voicemails from someone threatening to kill him, his wife, and his daughter. And they allege the phone number was registered to 18-year-old Brenna Marie Doyle in Spokane. She appeared in federal court yesterday and placed on supervised release. She'll have to attend federal court in Minnesota for her charges next month. A bill that would prevent law enforcement officers, including ICE agents, from wearing masks in Washington, one step closer to becoming law. Senate Bill 5855 passed in a 30-19 vote, no Republicans voting in favor of it. Supporters of the bill say it's meant to protect immigrants from the Trump administration's increased immigration enforcement, but critics say it could be unconstitutional.
In your forecast this morning, cloudy skies, a little bit of fog out there as well, and some of the higher benches. Temperatures close to freezing mean that there may be a few slick spots out there. As we head towards the back end of the morning commute, we'll start to see a little bit of rain. We may start very briefly as a bit of a winter mix, but for the most part, we are talking rain showers as temperatures get up towards 40 degrees this afternoon, with southerly winds reinforcing that warmer air.
A woman is recovering in the hospital this morning after being shot in North Spokane. Spokane Police Department says happened yesterday afternoon near the intersection of East Decatur and North Perry, just south of Francis. Around 3 o'clock, a 911 call said a woman had been shot and was in the front yard of a house. She was taken to the hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. SPD says there is no current threat to the public, but no arrests have been made so far. If you have information on the shooting, you're asked to call Crime Check at the number on your screen, 509-456-2233. Hundreds of people streamed into the Spokane Convention Center yesterday looking for help to get back on track. Spokane Homeless Connect offered more than 125 free services all in one place. Several hundred people visited the convention center to get haircuts, clothing, and medical care. Organizers will be meeting again in the spring to start planning for next year's Homeless Connect. Newport High School students are dealing with flooding from a failed heating coil, and it's highlighting ongoing problems with the 45-year-old building. Now the school district wants voters to approve a bond and levy to fix these issues. District officials say a $46 million bond and an $8.8 million levy on February's ballot will fund critical repairs to address these issues, as well as a complete HVAC overhaul. Voters have until February 10th to submit their ballots. We'll be right back with a final check of weather right after this.
During our drive into 2026 sales event, lease a new Sierra 1500 Elevation Turbo Max 3 VL 4-wheel drive for $199 a month. There's never any dealer-added markups on new vehicles. And ask us about our 3-day return and 7-day exchange at GMC of Riverfront Park.
It's the home remodeling sale. This week at Windsor Plywood.
It's time to shop, shop for wood.
Shop where the contractors go to get warehouse pricing on hundreds of exotic new looks. From water-resistant laminate flooring to beautiful new entry doors or stair posts and components. Windsor Plywood has a variety of fun items to give your home, office, or cabin a new look for the new year.
Windsor Plywood.
After a car wreck, the longer you wait, the harder it can be to get what you deserve.
After my recent accident, I called Craig Swap and Associates. They treated me fairly every step of the way.
One call, that's all.
Call the Nines, 509-999-9999.
During our Drive into 2026 sales event, save up to $17,500 off or 0% APR on new 2025 GMC Sierra 1500 Elevations. There's never any dealer-added markups on new vehicles. And ask us about our 3-day return and 7-day exchange at GMC of Riverfront Park.
All right, looking at a bit of a damp and foggy morning here in Spokane and across much of the inland northwest. There's going to be a few pockets of freezing drizzle or some areas of winter mix this morning. But for the most part, as we go through the day, it's going to be rain. And we will see that continue with temperatures well above freezing tonight and into your Friday. We'll start to dry out a little bit after some more showers early Saturday morning. Keep a slight chance of rain until the start of early next week.
All right, Matt, thanks. Make sure you grab your umbrella. Be sure to bundle up. Thanks for watching Good Morning Northwest. We'll see you throughout the day on GMA. And Good Morning America starts right now.